Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol AMTX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Crazy movement today, not only from the price action perspective, but you look down here at the volume, and volume well above average on the day. So a lot of eyeballs on this one. So let's map out some areas of support, and then we can talk levels of resistance. So the first level of support, and there's nothing fancy or complicated behind this other than the fact that this is where the bleeding stopped on several occasions, and that's right down there around the $1.23, $1.24 mark. But you can see during the final 30 minutes of the day, the price bounced from there once again, and then you fast forward, or you rewind, back to the earlier parts of the day, and that was right where the price found support. So a lot of eyeballs on that level because that is, an area that, has proven to be support. So I'm not trying to come across like this is some sort of great discovery on my part. I also bring that up because, when a lot of eyeballs are watching a level and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want. It can produce some pretty interesting dynamics going forward. So as far as areas of support are concerned, if that level of support, is broken, what would the next level of support be? And that is where the purple line here comes into play, which is the 50-period moving average, right now valued at 95 cents, but keyword being moving. As the week plays out, that line is going to move itself higher and higher. Therefore, that value is going to change. So you'll have to be a little bit more proactive as a trader and kind of take an inventory check, in the event this level fails. Now, if the price stays above the $1.23-ish area, then, the value of the purple line doesn't really matter. But in the event it does, then like I said, because that's a moving average, you'll have to, check in and see what the current value is at that time that it's broken. What about levels of resistance? As far as where the sellers are at, initial level going to be right here at the $1.50 mark, and then after that you have the fun one, and I call it the fun one because I'll be the first to admit it is fun to talk about testing previous highs and breaking new highs and all that good stuff, and that is where $1.70 comes into play. However, before you start talking about the fun stuff up there at $1.70, the price needs to first prove itself in the near term, and again I'm quantifying the phrase prove itself as getting up above $1.50 and staying up above it. So we'll see what happens with it going forward, but a lot of eyeballs on it, a lot of volume in it, so we'll see how this continues to play out. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.